Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vexcraft once again, the preeminent server for all things Vex. Last time, we went ahead and we made a giant Mycelium Meteor. This is not the updated map here. We need to actually update this. Let's actually do this right now real quick. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. There's the Mycelium Meteor coming into the island right there. Very nice. And so we're going to continue to work on this a little bit more today. You can see I actually put down a couple more dirt paths already in anticipation of that. And I got a lot of comments last time on the Meteor. Thank you guys for your feedback, and I have taken some of that into consideration for today's episode. But first, the hashtag Ask Jarvis Question of the day. And today's question is Captain Jack actually the leader of the Convex? That is the question. Believe what you wish. Ooh, mystery, intrigue, deception. That's Jarvis for you. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get on up there, and we'll take a look at the Meteor. The Meteor is going to be the primary thing we do today, but I don't want it to be the only thing we do today, because I feel like the last, 6 or 7 episodes have been all Meteor and or Ravine stuff, so we want to try and mix it up a little bit today, do something else besides the Meteor and the Ravine stuff. So there's our Meteor up there, heading down. You can see we got the tail built up here, and yeah, I think a lot of you guys left some suggestions saying we should put some stuff in the front of the Meteor so it looks a little bit more like a cone here. I think that's a great idea. Maybe put some reds and some oranges and some yellows in there, along with some cobwebs as sort of smoke coming out. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you look at the Meteor from some other angles besides just that angle, it actually looks quite significantly different. If we get over here, you can see, yeah, it looks quite a bit different from this angle than it does from the other angle. Actually, I think it looks better from this angle, but yeah, that is what it is right there. Some people did suggest that we make the tail longer. Unfortunately, that's not really possible. And the reason it's impossible is because if we land here, maybe, yeah, right here is actually the world height. So you see, height limit for building is 256 blocks. So yeah, I can't really close the tail off. And I think if it was if we tried to make it closed off, it would basically be going straight down and would look very weird from the ground. So that's why I haven't done that, and that's why we won't be making the tail any longer, because we're actually already at the maximum length of the tail right there. So it's going to have to be cut off. The way I think of it as is just assume that this is where space starts and there is no air for it to crash into. So just imagine it that's where it starts at. So then there's no problem, because there's no air to crash into. It's not going to make any sort of trail. So yeah, what we're doing now is we are going to, and I've actually already started to do this. We're going to yeah, okay. Let's just get on up here. Not you. There we go. We're going to do this. We're going to make some dirt pillars up like this in a similar fashion to what we did to make this first ring of stuff. And it's really cool. I just want to show you guys this. This was actually the thumbnail of last episode, but if we get in here and then do Quake Pro, that looks super cool right there. It's like you're looking through a tunnel almost of stuff. Also, it's a little bit sickening after a while, so we're not going to keep it on that. But I just thought that was really cool to see this giant circle here leading back from the Meteor out. Anyways, yeah, we need to make these dirt pillars up. We're going to make a whole bunch of them all the way around. You can see they start sort of in from the actual, where the outside part does. We're going to do a whole inside column, or not column, but a whole inside array of these, I guess, up like this, and then do the same sort of block palette, except maybe not as much mycelium. So we'll probably do more purple concrete and terracotta, and not as much mycelium, and also maybe a little bit more glass. I think that would look cool. So yeah, that's the thing we're going to do right now, so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so we did it. We got the dirt pillars up and working now, and now all we need is all the corresponding blocks to be placed on the sides and replace part of the dirt pillars here. So let's go ahead and get on with that part now. We're going to go ahead and replace this dirt with a whole bunch of mycelium and glass and concrete. So cue up the time lapse and let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You can see here we went ahead and we got done about 6 or so of these streaks of dirt here and replaced the dirt with glass and terracotta and concrete. However, we have now run out of glass. As you can see here, the glass is gone. We had a whole shulker box when we started just this top project, and we've already placed down a whole shulker box worth of glass. We're also running a little bit low on concrete. We only have about 4 stacks or so left of concrete, so we're going to need more of that as well. And we could also use maybe a little bit more of the terracotta and things like that too. So we need to go and get some more of these things. So let's head on down here and see if we got them. Pretty sure we do, but let's just head on down and take a look. So we need some glass. We also need some purple dye, I believe. So we need to go get some more trading done. Yeah, we just have the one purple dye. Those are ink sacs in there. Yeah, so we'll have to craft up a little bit more of the purple dye. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. There we go. Some purple dye, and I think we have some sand in here. Yeah. We'll go ahead and smelt up all this sand here, I think, into some purple glass. So let's just go ahead and grab some of this out of here. Dump it into the cart. Just like that. And then we'll get this thing fired up once again. Just like that. And that should give us a bunch of glass. So with that now going, and I think we should have some concrete stuff to make concrete at least in here. So we'll grab some sand, we'll grab some gravel, and we'll make some concrete powder. And then we'll just go right on over here. Grab our concrete tool. Our pickaxe, dedicated solely for the purpose of making concrete. Put that in our hand, put the concrete into there, or the concrete powder into there. There we go. And we'll also just go ahead and hopefully, if we can get the concrete powder out of there, there we go. Put a couple in there, put the rest in there, and now we're set to go. So as that's smelting up, I'm going to be here grinding some concrete, knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone, and hopefully this will give us enough resources to finish the meteor. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up here, guys, and I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we went to the end, repaired our tools. We also got a bunch more glass and concrete, some of which you saw us starting to make, and now we're ready to finish up this project. Gotta say, the dual layer bit here looks a lot better than just a single layer, so I'm excited to get this part finished. So let's go ahead and slide on in here, make a solid landing on this dirt bit, and let's go ahead and get started working on this once more. Alright guys, we now have the second row of the meteor tail done, or the second ring of the meteor tail done, and it's looking like this. You can clearly see a much more defined gradient here with the purple going into the terracotta, going into the mycelium at the very top here. So that's really cool to see that coming to life, and that's exactly what we wanted to see here. So I think now that we have the second ring done, I think we're pretty much done with doing the dirt pillaring. And now I think we need to sort of think about potentially doing a solid tail in the center here. Let's see, how can we do this? Alright guys, I've decided we're going to go ahead and make a solid cylinder on a slant in the middle of this meteor tail. The reason for it is because I don't want to be able to sort of look through here. Look through the meteor tail and see air on the other side. That's kind of weird. Usually you can't do that. And so we need something in the center to prevent that. And so a solid core structure that's so dense you can't see through it, I think makes a lot of sense. And so what that entails is, like I said, a solid cylinder on a slant. It's going to be following the slant of the blocks. And it's going to be, you know, sort of going around here like this. Where it comes down here, we'll probably have it come down as well to about here, and then it'll go around this side, coming back up, similar to how this comes back up on the sides of the meteor, and then sort of join back up right around here. Anyways, that's the plan. Make a solid sphere in the center with sort of the same gradient as the blocks on the outside. So let's go ahead and get started on that, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we have part of the inner tail done right here. So yeah, we have that built up. Let's take a look at what it's looking like from the outside. So let's just head on up this way, and we'll go out this direction. This is where most of the tail is complete, the solid interior tail. And yeah, not too bad. You can see how it sort of forms like a background for this. I think I'll definitely need to put even more concrete like in the front, sort of building this thing up. And also potentially like replace some of this glass here with some solid concrete instead. But overall, I think it's looking pretty decent. Let me just show you again one more time here. Yeah, so if we get out this way, it looks like this is partially... Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So we can build that up a little bit more in the front here, and then sort of curve it down and like to the other side, to the underside of this thing. I think that would be really cool. By the way, I'm out of concrete once again, so I'm going to need to go and gather some more sand, some more gravel, and get even more purple dye to get some more concrete. So, yeah, a lot of resources going into this, but yeah, here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we now have the tail of the meteor complete. Here's what it looks like in the center portion, center tail of the meteor. I think it looks okay. If we come up here, we can see it from the side. So let's just make our way out this way. Take a look at it from the side. So yeah, this is what it's looking like here. Obviously, I think we need to build up the front a little bit. When I say the front, I mean the outside of the tail a little bit. So like this area here, there's some areas where like glass would be better suited to have like purple coming down here and like some streaks like this. So definitely doing something like this and sort of building this up so the transition here is not as abrupt as it currently is something we definitely need to do. So I'm going to get started on that here. If we get on back out here, and actually let's boost to the inside of this thing if we can. You can see what it looks like from the back side. It looks a little bit wild from the back side. So yeah, this is what it's looking like when you go inside of the meteor here. And I actually need to get out a few more rockets. Right here. There we go. Fireworks. Perfect. Let's grab these. And you'll see, you might notice like along the edges here, there are some areas where you can sort of see through. So we're going to try and eliminate those with some more purple concrete. I think we may need to basically reduce the height of the solid cone here a little bit as well. See how it goes up really, really high there? That's looking a little bit weird. I might have to reduce it by about 10 or 15 blocks or so. But overall, I think it looks okay. Not the best build I've ever done, not the worst build I've ever done. But yeah, it sort of is what it is at this point. There's really no going back at this point. So yeah, I think we go ahead and do that. We also need to make like a backing on this thing, so we need to sort of like cap it off somehow, and then make like a little bit of like a little bit of this stuff here, mycelium, coming out of the back a little bit to sort of fit the rest of the meteor tail. So that's something we got to do. And let's see, I think that'll be good for today. I also want to do some stuff down the front and down the side of the meteor, like some different colored glass, like maybe some red and some orange. We could put some flames on this stuff as well. That could be pretty cool. Like maybe the outside blocks are like on fire. That could be pretty sweet. So we may do that as well, and maybe we should add some cobwebs in here too. That's another thing we could do. But yeah, I think for now that'll be good. So let me go ahead and keep working here a little bit, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I've come up with a good idea, I think, for the center of this meteor area here. What we're going to do is we're going to create a sort of white hot core to this center tail, basically. And what that entails is putting down a bunch of dirt, which I've already started to do here. It's going to be at a slight angle. And then we'll have some white concrete powder on top of that, which means even more concrete, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's the best choice. I also gathered some sea lanterns from our Guardian farm, so I spent some time out there gathering some stuff to make some sea lanterns. So we're gonna make this area like a little like white hot center core of the tail, and then we'll put like white stained glass in like 2 or 3 layers down here to create sort of a fog effect, and then maybe have some of the purple concrete and purple terracotta and mycelium sort of coming through the fog a little bit, and then it'll be like the rest of the area here. I think that should work. I think that should be pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to try here. So we're going to put down the dirt first, obviously, which is what we are doing at the moment. So let me go ahead and get started on this project, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, we went ahead and put down some white concrete powder and some white stained glass. Got the fog effect starting here a little bit. And I gotta say, this idea to put a white hot core in the middle, good idea. Terrible for this project. Absolutely the worst thing that I've seen in some time. Yeah, just straight up horrible. I'm taking every bit of this out, and we're going to put in more purple. Okay guys, so here's what our meteor is looking like right now, and we went ahead and we got rid of all the white up here. So if we go on up here to the very top, you should see, yeah, we filled it in with some purple in the back. I'm not really sure what to do with this section, to be honest. I'm thinking probably what I'll do is I'll just make like a miniature version of some of these lines we have coming down here. So with the purple glass, the terracotta, and the mycelium. Although I'm thinking we could also put something kind of ridiculous back here. Like we could put, I'm thinking like what is the most ridiculous thing we could put up here to go along with this meteor. And I'm thinking maybe if we could make like a hole in the center of this thing and then attach a small biosphere with cows in it, mushroom cows in it, to the actual ball. I think that would be pretty funny. Like the mushroom cows are coming down with the mycelium meteor. Like they've been attached by some, alien civilization. And yeah, that's how the mushroom cows got here. So I don't know. Maybe that could work. Maybe that could work. We could then shear like all the mushroom cows on the island. So they're like regular cows, and all the mushroom cows come in and like quote unquote like infect the regular cows too with their mushroominess. So that's something we could do. That's some like fun idea we could do to make this area somewhat entertaining and fun. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. Should we attach like a mycelium mushroom ball and chain to this meteor? I think that could be kind of cool. And then also, should we have the lines back here, or should we do something else? But yeah, I definitely want to stick, I think, with the purple. I think that looks a lot better than the white we had before. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get this done next episode. But like I said, we do want to work on something other than the meteor today. Also, I went ahead and put down like a shulker box full of more purple concrete just to try and make this look a little bit better. And I think it helps a little bit, although you can barely sort of tell that I actually did that. But yeah, you can see a little bit in the front here, like I added some down here. So it sort of builds up a little bit better, but yeah, it's such a big project. There's so many blocks in this thing already that it hardly seems to make a difference at times. But yeah, anyways, that's where the meteor stands now. Now let's move on to something else. Alright guys, so coming over here, looking at the map, first of all we can see the meteor here, and the section we worked on today looks a lot different than when we started this episode, so that's fantastic. By the way, I just want to mention that also the village is fine down here, because the doors are under these blocks right here, and there's a different amount of air spaces on each one, so we're fine there, so that's good. Didn't affect that. I think I just barely missed it. Barely missed affecting and ruining that village, but yeah, it turned out okay. So I think what we're going to do for the rest of the episode, over here, this is a spot I've neglected. This fence right here, going around like this. This whole area here is where I keep my horses and a couple of donkeys, I believe. Let's just go ahead and fly out there real quick. We'll just take our express route out there via the player launcher. There we go. And let's just boost on out here. So fly over the ravine, fly over the dog area, past the rocket, past the smokestack, past the sheep farm, the wool farm. And yeah, here. We got ourselves some horses over here. How many horses do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 horses? Is that it? 5 horses. Yeah, I guess I must have used the rest of them on the roof of the nether hub, I believe. Yeah. So we got 5 horses out here. I'd like to make like a horse stable area out here. I think this is like a perfect location for it. There's not really too much else out here. You know, we got the rocket over here, the Falcon Heavy first stage, or not Falcon Heavy first stage, the BFR first stage, my bad. Got the smokestack here, got the sheep farm. So yeah, I think this area will be perfect for a horse stable. And it's also on like the main pathway. This is like the main pathway through the island. Goes from coast to coast on the island. So yeah, I think right here would be a good spot for a horse stable. So I'm going to go ahead and build one right here. I need to gather some stuff. I think I got some spruce wood in here. Let's just quickly place this down. Let's see, spruce wood. Actually, not that much. I may have to... Yeah, just a couple of bits of spruce wood. I may have to go and get some more spruce. But I think I want to make this thing right here. I'm thinking like we have maybe like a 3-tiered thing. So like maybe we could have an area where we keep the hay to feed the horses. Like a big interior area. Then like an area with interior stables. And then an area with exterior stables. It's kind of like maybe an L shape, I'm thinking. So like this would be like where the main room is right here. Or actually, this would be the main room. We have like an entrance room there. And then we'd have like the stables going out this direction. To like right here, so I think that would be nice, because then we'd have easy access to the horses right here. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of terraforming around this area. I'll gather a couple of resources, and we'll get started on this horse stable. So ladies and gentlemen, I looked at the time, and unfortunately I don't have enough time to start to build the stables today, but rest assured we will be working on these first thing next episode. So yeah, we'll build some horse stables, and then we'll continue to work on the meteor out there, which looks a little bit strange when we're this far away. But yeah, I feel like we definitely made some improvements today on the meteor itself, and it's looking much better than it did when we started off. So I'm pretty happy with it, and do leave your feedback on what we can put up here, be it the mushroom biosphere with a chain attached to it, attached to the meteor, or something else. So anyways guys, that'll have to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. This episode took quite a long time to make because of all the concrete and all the resource gathering that went into it and all the block placement up here as well. Anyways guys, thanks again for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.